Glory goes to people's head, not my head. Glory terrifies me because you're quite uncomfortable up there. But other people around you, they get drunk. It's a wine that goes to the head. Because I have unfortunately seen them nearly always betray me. Everybody does that.
You have given up your citizenship, that's correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you're taking your Greek citizenship
I
back?
have already taken my Greek citizenship.
What is the reason behind this, Madame Callas?
Well, the real reason I could even say it is that I am a free woman, you see. Because during, with the Greek law, who is not married after 1946 in church is not married. So you understand?
I understand completely. And now, do you have any intention to marry Mr. Onassis?
Oh, those are not questions to... No, right now I'm a free woman. I'm very happy to be so. That is why I had to give up this American citizenship, unfortunately. You understand.
She didn't want to talk to people. She hated journalists, photographers. I remember in 1952 when after Mexico, she was my guest in my villa in Ravenna, in the Adriatic coast, and the villa was surrounded by journalists photographers from Life magazine from New York. She didn't want to give any interview. I thought she was faking. So I thought she should be flattered that they come from America to take her picture for Life magazine, and those years was the most important magazine. No, she would not see him. She hated to give interviews. She wanted privacy, and she needed it.
Then directing an opera production in Turin, and finally teaching at Juilliard. None of these really gave her any real satisfaction or this much-needed identity. The only thing left to her was to try singing again, and the support she found there was with Di Stefano. It was all really part of a game she was playing with Onassis to show him that she wasn't beaten. With Di Stefano, she had a new man in her life, and with her concerts with him, she was back before the public. The tragedy, this Greek tragedy again, was that both were a sham. They were a lie, and she knew it. And it was ultimately this lie that really destroyed her.
Well, throughout my whole life, I always thought I should never sing because I was never good and all that. I'm the first terrible critic of myself. But I've really never said I will not be singing again. I said that to myself 10,000 times. But I really never officially declared that I would not sing anymore. I had created some bad habits. As a matter of fact, I think that on the whole I have improved. I had acquired a sort of as they called it, a wobble on the high notes, which is a pulsation, and I managed to improve that. Now, during the concerts, I will improve even more the whole status of the voice, because there's nothing like the stage that can make you work properly.
I can understand why emotionally she needed the tour. She had not sung since 1965. Her last performance was at Covent Garden as Tosca. And she longed to feel that she was still loved, that she was still respected. And Giuseppe Di Stefano needed also that tour, I believe. And it was not really, it would never have happened without him, because she simply did not have the confidence to do it on her own. It was an artistic disaster, and nobody can claim otherwise. The first concert that was meant to be given at the festival hall was cancelled.
Well, you're implying that she was frightened, and that Mr.
Yes,
Di
of course she was frightened.
Persuaded her almost against her will. On the question of the artistic value of the tour, let me quote one English critic who described Callas's voice as a strained horse shadow of her former voice. His reaction was to say, well, he's a member of the public. He's a member of the public.
She never was so beautiful. The public was enthusiastic.
But what was her voice?
She made a lot of money when she still didn't have the boat, the ship, no? The cargo, making money.
Did you see her face?
She was happy, but I didn't do all this.
Did you see her face during that interview when she was trying to prove that she was improving? Her face was in such pain because she knew.
Did you not think that she was in distress during the tour, that she was unhappy with her musical performance? So that's really the essence of it, isn't it?
What is the tragedy?
Was she happy to be back? That's the point, isn't it?
Of course she was happy.
So I have all
Miss
these
Arianna,
letters
I
here.
got letters. This letter is the most beautiful thing because she's what better after having everything in opera. and in the social life, to be back to singing. And I said, last night I could not sleep. Wait a minute. Yes. I could not sleep, and he said, finally I had the courage to listen to the tape of last night. Boy, what a progress. I'm so happy.
I don't read the criticisms because, you see, I know exactly what I do before anybody tells me. So I don't want to read them and this way disturb my peace of mind and my nerves. So I feel that if I don't read criticisms, it's better. Naturally, the voice is not what it used to be 20 years ago. Nobody pretends that. It's natural. The audience knows that. I know it. They can't just applaud the legend if you don't give them something to... And after all, what is the legend? The public made me. What is a legend? I think I'm a very human being. If I wasn't human, I probably would have sung better.
She did see herself as Maria, and there was this other being that was Callas. And she talked about Callas as La Callas. She spoke of this other part of herself. And there was Maria, who was a very charming, sometimes difficult, sometimes infuriating, sometimes coy, lovable, wonderful friend. And then there was Callas, who was the woman who was on stage, who was the artist. And I remember, for instance, her listening to records, her own voice, when we were in Greece on an island, and she, at the end of the record, she looked very sad, very pensive, and she said, Callas will never sing that way again.
At the end of her life, she became more and more of a recluse. Many of her friends deserted her, and those who did not kept their distance. It also became increasingly difficult to see her. You'd have to phone 5 times before you got through. Her maid would say, Madame is in the bath, or Madame is at the hairdresser's, or Madame is having a manicure. And even when you got her at the 5th attempt, it would then prove difficult to find a time that suited both of us. So eventually, I'm afraid one just didn't bother.
And I know one evening I had to leave her